Many foreign investors focus heavily on entering the Vietnamese market. They spend time on company setup, licensing, and operations. But the true success of an investment is not measured at entry. It is measured at exit. And in Vietnam, exiting a company is not just a commercial decision. It is a legal process that must be carefully structured. Without a properly drafted share transfer agreement in Vietnam, your exit may be delayed, restricted, or even invalid. A share transfer in Vietnam involves more than simply signing a contract between buyer and seller. It requires compliance with Vietnam company law, investment regulations, and in some cases, approval from authorities. For foreign investors in Vietnam, the process may also involve capital account regulations and foreign ownership limitations. This means that every share transfer must be supported by proper legal documentation. A share transfer agreement in Vietnam is the core legal document governing the transaction. It defines the purchase price, payment terms, conditions precedent, and obligations of both parties. More importantly, it ensures that the transaction complies with Vietnam legal requirements and can be recognized by authorities. Without a properly drafted agreement, the transfer may not be enforceable. In certain cases, a share transfer in Vietnam requires approval from licensing authorities, especially when it involves foreign investors or changes in ownership structure. This is particularly relevant for foreign invested companies in Vietnam operating in conditional sectors. Failing to obtain the necessary approvals can result in delays or rejection of the transaction. For foreign investors, payment in a share transfer must comply with Vietnam foreign exchange regulations. Transactions are often required to go through a designated capital account. If the payment structure does not comply with these requirements, the transfer may not be recognized as valid. This is one of the most common compliance issues in share transfer transactions in Vietnam. A share transfer in Vietnam also triggers tax obligations. Depending on the structure, this may include capital gains tax or corporate income tax. If tax obligations are not properly addressed, both parties may face financial exposure. A well-structured share transfer agreement in Vietnam should clearly allocate tax responsibilities and ensure compliance with local regulations. Many foreign investors assume that signing a contract is sufficient to complete a transaction. Others overlook regulatory filings or fail to update company records after the transfer. Some do not properly structure payment through capital accounts. These mistakes can lead to invalid transactions, delays, or disputes. This highlights the importance of proper legal support in share transfer transactions. A properly structured share transfer in Vietnam should include a clear agreement, compliant payment structure, regulatory approvals if required, and proper registration with authorities. It should also align with the company charter in Vietnam and any existing shareholders' agreement. Each step must be carefully coordinated to ensure that the transaction is legally valid and enforceable. At LTS Law, we provide legal services for foreign investors in Vietnam by drafting and reviewing share transfer agreements and supporting the entire transaction process. From structuring the deal to handling regulatory procedures, we ensure that your exit is smooth, compliant, and protected. Our goal is to help you convert your investment into real, transferable value. Exiting a company in Vietnam is not just about finding a buyer. It is about ensuring that your transaction is legally valid and financially secure. Before proceeding with any share transfer in Vietnam, consult with LTS Law to ensure that your agreement, structure, and compliance are properly handled. Visit lts.com.vn and let our legal team help you exit with clarity and confidence.